Hey guys, so I haven't made a video in a little while and I wanted to update you guys on what I've been up to in case you haven't been following along on my social media. So I know there's a whole lot of you that follow my YouTube channel and you subscribed and you comment and you're engaged, and that's awesome. But I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos and my education, you're not following me on social media, which is completely fine if that's your thing. But if you don't, I encourage you to go do that, because I have been hosting some in-person courses, which may not help you if you're not in my area, but I've been doing some workshops, some mentor sessions, some things like that. So if you don't follow me on social media, make sure you go do that. I have some super exciting news. So I'm actually traveling to Kenya this weekend, and I will be there for almost 2 weeks. I'm going with a ministry that goes to Kenya to serve the people there, and they build wells, they build schools, they build clinics. They really just help the people of Kenya get off their feet and kind of support themselves. And there's so many just illnesses and diseases that are rampant over there that are so easily prevented. I'm going to film and document the whole thing so that we can share their story with the world and get more people involved. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I'm taking with me, some of my favorite things, some things I'm super excited to use, and just review some things. Because I'm not able to take a ton with me, it's going to take me 5 flights to get there. And once I get there, we're traveling by car or van or whatever other crazy method there is to get to the remote villages. So I'm not going to be able to carry giant Pelican cases full of all my gear. So I'm definitely taking my Nikon D750. It is my favorite camera ever. Couldn't leave home without it. I will take a 50mm, the one that I recommend all the time. This is the Yongnuo lens that I talk about pretty constantly. So this is just a small compact package, and it's awesome and it's not too expensive. I am taking my film camera because I plan on doing some star trail pictures and some unique things that you can really only do on film without tons of post-processing. So it'll be really fun just to take a film camera. I always recommend my Yongnuo flashes, but I'm actually taking one Nikon flash on this trip, because this Nikon flash can be used as a receiver, and it receives signal right here and it will flash, so I can take this off of my camera and fire it remotely using my pop-up flash. Where my Yongnuo flashes that I always recommend and I always use, you have to have one of their flashes on your camera in order to trigger a second flash remotely. But this Nikon flash can be flashed by the pop-up flash on my camera. So this just saves me a little bit of extra space. I don't have to take 2 flashes. I can take one, and I can use this on or off camera. I'm definitely going to be doing some time-lapse photos and video while I'm there of sunrise and sunset and just some cool things going on in the villages. So I was going to take my GoPro, which I love, but when I do these time-lapse videos, I'm just setting cameras out and I'm leaving for a couple of hours, and I'm hoping it's still there when I return. So I'm actually taking this camera I found on Amazon, and it's an SJ Cam. It's totally a ripoff of GoPro, and it doesn't deny that because it uses all the same accessories that GoPro does. It can even fit in the same waterproof case, so it's a complete ripoff, but it's like under $100. It's way cheaper, and it even has a screen on the back so that I can see my shot and I can frame my shot before I take it without using my phone like the GoPro. So this is an SJ Cam. It's cheap, and I'm just going to set it out and I'm just going to take some time-lapse videos, and it's a lot cheaper if this gets stolen than if my GoPro gets stolen. So I'm taking this little guy. Of course, I am taking my Mavic Pro. Love this thing. It's so small. If I had a Phantom, I would not be able to take that to Kenya as easily. So that's why I love the Mavic, and the image quality is almost as good as the Phantom Pro, and it's so much smaller. The flight time is longer. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to get some killer drone footage of Kenya, and I'm super excited about that. A 24-70 lens. It's just super versatile. It zooms so that when I'm shooting video, I can zoom in and out slowly. Love this thing. It's the Tamron version. It's served me well over the past few years. It's a solid little lens. It has vibration reduction or image stabilization if you're a Canon, and it just really makes your video smooth. Love this. So I'm taking a 24-70. To get audio, I'm actually taking my old cell phone because I'm going to put a Kenyan SIM card in here and hopefully be able to use this in Kenya. But this is a Galaxy S4 with a cracked screen and a bad battery, so it's a solid thing. But I use this because I capture audio with this. So I have this little mic so I can pin this on people, run it through their shirt, and put this phone in their pocket and actually record audio this way. So I have some other audio recorders and they're just bigger, and I'm already gonna have this with me and I don't have to use any adapters. It plugs straight in, and it's a simple but professional way to get good sounding audio out in the field without carrying a ton of stuff. Besides my 50mm and my 24-70, I am taking my 70-200. This is going to be cool because there's a lot of awesome wildlife just kind of hanging out in the villages. There's hawks, there's eagles, and then of course there's the big three, the giraffes, the lions, the elephants. Probably won't see any of those near the villages, but they live in Kenya, so hey. So I wanted a zoom lens, so I'm taking my 70-200. This is definitely my biggest, heaviest thing. I debated whether or not to take it, but I just definitely wanted a lens longer than 70mm, and this is a 70-200, so it works out perfect. I am also taking this gimbal. I've used this for a lot of my video work, and it's incredible. I don't even know how to say it. It's like Zoom Crane, Z-H-I-Y-U-N. Don't know how to say it, but this thing's awesome. I normally have my D750 on it with like a 50mm or a wide angle 14mm lens, but I actually mounted my phone on it. So this is just a really easy way to clip my phone on this and take some really smooth, awesome video. I'll turn it on, you can see what it does. There we go. So you can see it just keeps the phone stable. This thing is awesome. It works with big cameras, it works with my tiny little phone. Whatever you throw on this thing, it just keeps it stable. So definitely taking this. It comes in its own little case, so I'll throw that in my suitcase. I am taking this tripod. It's a Manfrotto tripod, and the reason I love this is because it folds up so small. I actually put on a different quick release plate so that it would match all my other Manfrotto tripods and I wouldn't have to switch the quick release plates. So there's a quick release on top of a quick release. But anyways, this model is awesome because it's super cheap. It is the MKC3H01, and it will fit inside of my suitcase, inside of my backpack. It will actually clip onto things so that I always have a tripod with me. So that's awesome for time lapse. It's awesome for video work if I'm running 2 cameras by myself. So I love this little tripod. It's super compact and really cheap. So again, while I'm doing time-lapse videos, if this gets stolen, I'm not worried as much as if my super big, expensive tripods get stolen. So again, I am going to Kenya. I'm super excited. I don't think that I'm going to have internet access. I may, but I encourage you guys, if you don't follow me on social media, go follow me on social media. I post a lot more on there than I do on YouTube. And also, I have an email list, and I email out free stuff exclusively to my email list people every once in a while. So if you're not on my email list, sign up for that. I don't send out a bunch of random stuff. It's like once a month. And if you don't follow me on social media, do that as well. As always, if you have any questions, send them in to me. I will answer them in future videos, and I can't wait to show you what I work on while I'm in Kenya.